Is this another where were you at JFK moment? Do you know where you were on Sunday evening when former President Donald Trump was shot at? There are many people right now today waking up and saying, wow, what the heck just happened? And anybody with sane mind has been sitting here going, how far down the rabbit hole have we gone? And then you got the others who are still saying, wow, only the shooter wouldn't have missed. Sick. Folks, welcome to the Rand Network. Back, I'm going solo for the next little bit. Stuart's away for a little while. Boy, what a time for him to leave. This podcast is usually where we're unfiltered, uncensored, and unedited conversations about a wide range of topics. And today and this week, we thought it was going to be the convention, but sure enough, something else had to upstage it. Because generally here, we just this platform where you express your opinions, share your thoughts and experiences and ideas, and you hear from a variety of perspectives and frank and honest opinions. We dive into the latest news, pop culture, politics, and so much more. From rants about absurdity, modern life, to discussions about the deeper issues affecting our society. And we've been doing this for 3.5 years, and we've been warning about this. Sit back as I dig into what the heck just happened 48 hours ago. Folks, I got to tell you, I'm appalled. I was not in front of a television on Saturday. I was enjoying myself, playing sports, and my phone exploded. Didn't pay attention, didn't need to, really left it alone. And then when I opened it and I saw from the various news feeds that I usually get from around the world the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, I was mortified. Folks, I was in shock. I was sickened. And then I realized, why am I shocked? Why am I surprised? We've been saying that here in the Rant Network for the longest time, that this type of political fighting, the media hyping up falsehoods, social media creating a complete shit show, this was likely to happen. Honestly, I said in previous rants, I thought U.S. will get into a civil war. Still think it could possibly happen. An assassination attempt of a former president doesn't surprise me, because it's unfortunately, this is all thanks to the noise. This is the way that the media, politicians, on both sides. And folks, I'm not here to tell you that only Democrats are wrong. Republicans have been equally as inciting is, the word gaslighting keeps coming up again and again. But folks, this has just taken on a whole new level. And let's just focus on here. Since 2016, the Democrats have had their bullseye, to use Joe Biden's word from last week, on Donald Trump. And he should be, because he's the candidate and everybody's going after the candidate. But in this case, the bullseye was ridiculous. Years of Russia collusion that was proven to be completely false, that the media and the Democrats ran with to try to discredit the former president. And then other allegations. Because they couldn't win on merit, they had to find a way to get him. And what stuck? Authoritarian. What stuck? Dictator. What stuck? The next Hitler. From Nancy Pelosi to a wide range of other politicians, media heads, decided that Donald Trump will turn the United States into Nazi Germany. I mean, think about it. If you say it enough times and enough people say it, they've got to believe it. And that's exactly what has happened in the United States. When you talk to Americans who are caught up in this, that's exactly what they're hearing and believing. The threat to democracy. This is the most important election of our time. And I know the Republicans have said the same thing, and I get the gist of it. But when you start to brainwash people time and time again, from politicians to media to social media to other circles, to say that Donald Trump is Hitler, I mean, it's crazy. On Saturday, someone told me he supports Project 2025. I'm not getting into that today. It's a whole basket of problems that this fringe group wants to force Trump to put in place as his policies, and people say he's part of it. No fact checking, folks. It's just the allegation, and therefore it has to be true, and therefore we see what happened since 2016. That whatever the allegation is, it has to stick. The Democrats have been trying hard to get rid of him. Criminal charges, trying to stack the justice system, you name it, anything to get rid of this powerful man. Don't take my word for it. Do a little bit of homework on your own, folks. How much does the media really care for Donald Trump? I mean, let's be real, folks. This is the same media that, like I told you, has been lying about the Russian collusion. They hid the laptop, the Hunter Biden laptop. They hid it. You've got media folks who are being told you must ask when and if you see Joe Biden. These are the only questions you're to ask. And if you and the radio people who've been saying, "Yeah, I've been getting questions," they get fired. They're getting fired. You name it. You're not allowed to say anything negative about the Democrats, but boy, oh boy, Donald Trump, no holds barred. Saturday. What is the Washington Post headline? Trump injured in rally shooting. Now, if you hear that, you know there was an assassination attempt on him. But that's the Sunday Telegraph, the Mail. Trump shot at rally, shot with quotations. What does that mean? You go on and on and on and on and on with the media, what they have done in the United States to completely and utterly just not give the man the attention deserved. He was shot at millimeters from getting into his head on live television at a rally in Pennsylvania, and the media is trying to downplay it. You have CBS, whom Brennan, I can't remember her first name, she's mad at Donald Trump for the way he acted after. CNN has a commentator says, how could he stand up and yell, fight, fight, fight? He's inciting. He's not toning it down. He just got shot at. And that's what they want to focus on because they can't help themselves. Unlike Bill Maher, who says, you know what, folks, I might hate the guy, but we deal with votes, not violence. Folks, where are you to have that mindset? Democrats are backpedaling today. Backpedaling. Because they got caught. Many of their folks are getting caught. You had a Democrat staffer who was on the January 6th committee who stand there and goes, oh, if only the shooter had better aim, I'm paraphrasing, had better aim. Well, that staffer's gone. But still, on the January 6th committee, and you're telling me that's going to be impartial? But we're not going to look into that. It's sickening, folks. It's absolutely sickening what has happened here. You have an actress, Amanda Seales, who claimed the thing was staged. You have two dead people and one injured. You have the president of the United States injured. And you said it was staged. The hate that they have built up to this man is extraordinary. And by the way, take a look at her picture and tell me if she's not part of the problem in terms of her beliefs. The blacks, browns, Asians, you hear this again and again and again, these comments. We are fighting together. The blacks and the browns, we're fighting together against Donald Trump. Gays against Donald Trump. You know, women fight because he's against abortion, against all this stuff, against. And when you build up all of this, what do you create? Exactly what the Democrats wanted. Blind hate that even when the president of the United States is shot at, for the first time since 1981, we've had an assassination attempt. And let's not focus on why. Let's blame. And while today some of the politicians are backpedaling, and Joe Biden even called for a toning down, he had a press conference and he reached out to Donald Trump He's the one who has been leading the charge about painting Donald Trump as that authoritarian figure, that Hitler, that threat to democracy. And now when you say, oh, we should tone it down, but we're going to wait for the Republicans to start to tone it down because we're not going to. Come on, people. It's kind of sad today, actually. MSNBC had to pull off Morning Joe because they were afraid that someone was going to get on the air and say something stupid. Duh? Hello? That's exactly what's been happening for the last 8 years. Attack, 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 attack. Now, the shooter, folks, I'm going to tell you, we don't know enough about this person. And I'm not here to tell you right, left. But the moment they saw he was a registered Republican, you see the Republicans, they're the cause. They're gun toters. Again, blame. Let's blame the right, because only the right. I started this rant by saying both sides are guilty. And when J.D. Vance makes his comment, I get the anger. But whoa, we need to bring the volume down. It's got to be on both sides, and they got to hold to it. And I know there's a convention, and Trump said he rewrote his speech, and we'll see what he's going to end up saying. But where is sanity? Where is the sanity? I've said it here along. Watch what you get in the media. These are the same people who continue to quote Gaza health authorities, misquoting death figures in Gaza, ignoring the plight of other countries because it just doesn't sell enough media. That's it. It's all about ratings. It's all about clicks and numbers and podcasts you can be on and your own personal promotion. We're not delivering information anymore, folks. The media's not doing that. And the politicians only want to get elected. And divisive politics that is led by Marjorie Taylor Greene on the right, AOC on the left, you name it, they're both guilty. But they're not going to tone it down. They're not. Because the only path to victory for the Democrats is got to be to discredit Donald Trump. They have no choice. So what are they going to do? Call him a criminal? They've been calling him authoritarian. You think they're going to stop calling him authoritarian, Hitler-like? Nancy Pelosi will not stop and criticize? It's extraordinary how even this went beyond these borders, that the media went after right-wing politicians and said, you see, you're next. You see, you could. Where is the sanity? The left and the right have extremists who are trying to create this anarchy. It's got to stop. But right now, the president of the United States, the Senate, are controlled by Democrats. The media are controlled by Democrats. They want a liberal agenda. They have to lead the charge. Republicans too, but they have to lead the charge. And it isn't going to happen. Social media exploded after what happened. And I saw incredible social media posts. And I'm like, oh my God, it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. This is kindergarten, folks, without a school teacher. Everybody needs a timeout. Everybody needs to go to sit on a chair and reflect. But there is no kindergarten teacher here, folks. There's nobody to put everybody into their place. Because we don't have any moral compasses anymore. The media claims it is the moral compass. I've said it here. It isn't. Social media is distorting facts. Nothing. And then you get podcasters like me who put out their own opinions. I've said from the beginning, this is my opinion. Take it, don't take it, whatever. And then you have others who are pontificating to you as if what they're saying is the only truth. We've seen that. We've seen how people's opinions are distorted. The media's opinions are distorted to try to push an agenda. To hear world leaders collectively say they condemn violence is hilarious, because they're the ones who incited just as much as they do here in the United States. So to hear that, we condemn it and we hope that President Trump feels better, thanks for the words, but let's see the actions. Let's see what the next few weeks, the Republican convention, the Democratic convention, the media, let's see what happens. Because, folks, I'm scared because I don't think this is the end. Not when you start with false accusations, trumped up criminal charges, and now an assassination attempt. What is next? One can only imagine. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening to the solo version of the Rant Network. Hope you enjoyed something out of this and gained some insight and just make you go, that's really what this is all about. Tune in us again every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noon Eastern is when we broadcast. We are uncensored, unfiltered, and unedited. We welcome your comments. We welcome your feedback. Check us out on therantnetwork.com, our YouTube channel, social media, you name it. And until Wednesday, folks,